Hey everyone, this is Randy. Welcome to this edition of E3 Minutes for Life. Glad to have you today. I am standing nowhere exotic today. Sometimes I'm cool places around the nation, but I'm in one of my favorite places in the world, which is in front of my home. But this is a rather unfortunate video I'm shooting today. I'm in front of a tree, and if you've ever been to Lubbock, Texas on the South Plains, you know trees are a cherished commodity. By nature, this area of the earth is treeless and very flat, doesn't have any trees out here. My father used to feel obligated to always point out that every tree you see, someone planted. And that is a very true statement, and somebody planted the trees in this neighborhood probably about 40 years ago. Problem is, this tree right here is probably about to die. I look around on the ground and there's leaves everywhere. There's leaves in the street. I actually shoveled up a trash can full of leaves on Saturday, which was just a couple of days ago, and it's already leaves all over the place again. The reason I'm attaching this to an E3 Minutes video is I think this is a lot like an employee who has become disengaged or who has lost trust. You know, I started looking around the neighborhood, lots of live oak trees in this neighborhood, but none of the rest of them were dropping leaves. And I've had leaves all over my driveway, I've got leaves all over my grass, and none of the rest of them do. It's approaching fall, but live oaks typically drop their leaves in the springtime, not in the fall. And so as we look at employees who become disengaged, I think we can correlate this in three ways. Number one, we can look for symptoms. The leaves on the ground, if I were to pick up one of these leaves, you would see, in fact, here's one right here, and you can possibly see how brown this has turned, and this just happened within about a week and a half. You look up on the tree and there's lots of brown leaves up there. If the wind blows in a second, you're going to see it kind of snowing down dead leaves. That's a symptom. All those are symptoms. It's not the root cause. The root cause is it has something called oak wilt, which is almost assuredly going to kill this tree. This 40-year-old huge tree, we love having it, and it's most likely going to die. Now you can see there's some stuff at the base of it. The company who works on our trees just left, and they said we've never seen one that went this fast. It only happened in about a week and a half since we noticed that. But that's the second thing, is rapid decline. If we see an employee who rapidly changes, something happens, and we can look at their demeanor, we can look at their communication, we can look at their interaction in meetings, we can look at how much they're willing to collaborate, we can look at just the way that they go about their day can tell us if they've become disengaged, if something's happened there, and if we can detect there's obviously something different than what has been in the past. And then the third thing I think we can look at is they told us, they said, and you can probably see at the base there the things that they've left. They said, we can make one last run at it. He basically called it, he said, it's going to be like a Hail Mary. And he said, you've probably got a 15 to 20% chance that this tree is going to survive. And Kathy and I just decided this tree is so big and so pretty, serves such a valuable purpose, such a big part of our landscape, that we were willing to try that one last time. But I think we've all seen before, if you've got an employee who has left mentally, who is checked out, who is quietly quitting, I'm getting kind of tired of hearing that phrase because all it is just a renaming of employee disengagement. If you've got somebody that's gone that far, throwing more money at them probably is not going to fix the problem. And I hope that this chemicals and what they've done to this tree saves it, because I'd love to have it in front of my house for years and years to come. But if you've got an employee on your team, if you've got a team member who is just checked out, who is maybe quietly or loudly quitting, maybe they're not even being quiet about it, I just feel like there are times when we have to look at those symptoms, look at those signs, realize what it points to, and make some of the difficult decisions that come along with that. I know it's not enjoyable, but I hope this has been helpful to you today. I appreciate you joining us on this edition of E3 Minutes for Life, and we'll see you next time.